Hello, this is Brotherhood member Aurelius. Now this battle was fought this morning, Monday morning, what is it, the 4th of March now? My time, so for the people in Europe and America it would probably be Sunday evening. So let's go through the armies on my team. We have myself, Blackjack, Barc, and Brotherhood member JGP. Now I've brought 4 archers, gold upgrades. Did try bringing gold attack, bronze defense in one match, but they were getting severely reduced by enemy arrows, so I decided to better stick with the gold. So then I've got the 1 eagle unit, 6 cav. My cav, what have we got there? The upgrades. Looks like 8 upgrades there that I've gone with. So gold with 2 experience upgrades. Let's have a look at Blackjack's army. I think he's gone with a conventional army, though he's got 2 units of archers. Okay, and I'm guessing that would leave 12 units of urbans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 13 cav, that shouldn't make, so he's probably only got the 5 cav. So 2 archers, 13 urbans, and 5 cav. Barc, Brotherhood member Barc, has his general is with a silver shield legionary. So it looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 silver shield legionaries, 4 silver shield pikemen, and 5 cataphracts and 1 scythe chariot. And JGP, while I'm talking about JGP, I'll just fast forward. So what have we got with JGP? Looks like he's just got the 1 archer, 6 cav, and so that would make it 13 urbans. Let me just pause that because it's kind of, there's a bit of a latency when you're fast forwarding, making it difficult to navigate the screen. So just want to add up his urbans. I think it would be 13 due to that archer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. Okay, so the enemy hasn't appeared yet, so I'll continue with the fast forwarding. Now I'm positioned on the flank, which is my preferred position. I find it gives me a bit more freedom, though occasionally I do get isolated and then, well, gang-banged really by the enemy. So we have MadKing, who's gone the Britannia faction. got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barbarian warlord, which are the superior cavalry or chariot unit in Britannia. Now he's got 1, 2, 3 hurlers and 1 druid for the morale effect. They perform some sort of religious chant which supposedly bestows morale to the to his other units. Not sure how far, you know, the game mentioned how far the radius of that effect is, how it actually works. Might be worthwhile doing some experiment on that. Okay, so that's MadKing's army. He's got, looks like 10 chosen swordsmen. Let's just check the upgrades on them. Looks like just gold attack, gold defense, gold attack, gold. Well, it's hard to tell, but he's got 6 upgrades regardless. Now, who's the other player? Is Legion 22. Very tough customer in Rome Total War. Let's see. This unit seems to have 7 upgrades. This one, yes, that's his general there with 7 upgrades, and he's got 4 archer auxilia with 7 upgrades as well. And is that 6 cav? Another player is Portishead, which, now this player seems to be quite creative, a very good player, has a certain flair about him, and well, yes, it's we believe this actually might be a player also known as Malta. So let's see how he goes. He's got his archers out there now, which, well, we'll see was a form of bait. He does have his cavalry hidden there, I believe. The other player, the host, Brotherhood member Mystique. She has 3 cav. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 urbans. And 3 archers, is it? Maybe, no, 4 archers. So what does that make? 3 plus 4 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, so that makes 13 urbans. Okay, so that is the team. So let's press play and see this, how this plays out. I thought this was quite an entertaining battle. It was quite close as well. So interesting skirmish phase where I was fencing with both Portishead and Mystique, who tried unsuccessfully to take out my archers. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So not much is happening now so far. I won't fast forward because I don't know how to cut out bits. as yet. I haven't researched game editing software sufficiently. My video editing skills are very basic. Okay, so anyway, here is a bit of action. There is a fair bit of action to begin with. So we've got. So I believe the enemy are trying to bait me into cav charging them, and I nearly fell for it. Look, here comes Mystique trying to take out my archers, but unfortunately I respond in time and she backs off. And also Portishead / Malta, if it is him, is also sending in his archers to try and bait me. And as you can see, I am falling for the bait there. But then I suddenly see these cav appear out of nowhere, and I quickly retreat back to my main body of troops. So yeah, that was an interesting phase. But they don't stop. They keep on harassing me. I'm trying to get over and link up with my allies. So I thought, well, I'll turn the tables on them. I'll use my archers against them. If that's how they want to play this. So as you can see, so far that unit has still got 54. Okay, so perhaps I've turned my archers onto Portishead's archers. So that unit has lost 7. Down to 64 now. Okay, so let's just pause perhaps and let's have a quick look over this side. Nothing much happening here, though MadKing is sending his chariots behind us. So we'll see how that pays off for him. What else have we got? So there's his main body of troops. We've got 4 armies of the enemy pretty close together. Okay, let's continue. Now Mystique is sending up her archers. Now, you notice she's left them in close formation, so I wouldn't do that. I'd put them in loose, because now I see that as a nice juicy target for my archers, so I'm going to train my archers on them. See how so that unit is lost 5. That unit's lost 4. There we go. So we can see the numbers there dropping. 55. Would have been a lot less if she had had her archers in close formation. Now here we go for another attempt, but this time I'm just going to send out 3 units of cav to ward off that unit. Let's have a look at the numbers here. 68 there, 28. I've got that unit down to 28. So what I do is, when I see I've made a significant impact, I'll then train my archers on another body of archers and gradually just wear them down. So Portishead, that unit's 45, 64, 19. When they get into the teens, they're no longer a threat now. Okay, she's finally realised that she needs to go into loose formation because of the severe losses I've inflicted, and here she comes again, and again we ward her off. So that's how you do it, play an archer skirmish. Well, that's how I play it anyway. Never used to bring archers, but until I got more confidence. Now, okay, she did manage to charge my archers there, but she also hit my urbans and basically got wiped out as a result. Now my urbans automatically charged, so I just noticed that and then just walked them back into their place. Now, as you can see here, my cavalry is getting hit. Now I should have ran them back quicker. I'm getting severely hurt there by being a bit complacent with walking my cavalry back out of the range of the archers. And then I realised what's going on and I moved my cav back to a safe distance. Now my archers also are taking a fair brunt, down to 30, 41 there. Mystique 38, what have we got there? 18, 41, 15, Portisheads 35, 42 for Portishead's other unit, so spread them out better there. That unit's down to 5. So no, let's just pause, check the other side. And while all that's been going on, MadKing is being silently sneaking around the back of us. Yeah, not much happening really. Lee's Legion, he still has all of his archers. And Joe GP's lost a fair, he only bought one unit of archers and he's lost a fair number of them. Not sure what he's been shooting at. Okay, maybe he's shot some of the head hurlers there. Interesting, I didn't realise that. So, head hurlers, let's have a quick look at them. They notice they're bare chested, don't have much armour, so they are quite vulnerable to missile attacks. So, MadKing has put them in loose formation and sent them to the back, the rear. Okay, let's continue on. Now, let's just look at the time as well. Just trying to figure out what this number means, and I think I understand now. What I'm guessing it is, it's a time unit in 1/1000ths of a second. Now, if you divide that by 1,000, then divide by 60, you get, let me just try that again, say 19, so it's 1,900,000. Divide that by 1,000 and then divide that by 60. You get 31. So that's probably about how long this battle took to finish, from start to finish. So if you're wondering what that number means, that is my theory. Now you notice that look at that unit there, 5, 6, 7, that's about a second. Would you agree? So that's my theory. So yeah. Okay, so anyway, back to the battle. The skirmish phase is still going on. And look at all the archers that I've killed there. Now, he's running back. She's running back. Interesting, Blackjack is retreating his cav. Not sure why that is. Maybe he was concerned about these chariots. So I noticed the JGP and Barc are a bit more advanced than us, so I think at some stage I will move forward up to their level. Obviously we can't just engage in arch skirmishes. I mean, the archers are very depleted now. I think my best unit has only got 27 minutes. The other side is a bit better off. Portishead's got 30 in it, I guess. So let's just have a look at the overall view of the battle. So it will start getting a bit more complicated in due course. Mystique retreating his cav backwards. Barc moving his cav back. Oh, there's some action here. Looks like JGP's archer unit got taken out by a charge from Portishead. Only 5 units there, or men left in that unit now after that successful charge by Portishead. I may have been distracted by MadKing's chariots. Now, Barc from our side has put his chariots around to the far right. Now, this is that stage when I start to move my urbans forward. Notice that there's no one directly in front of me. That suits my flanking tactic here. I've gone for a more bunched up formation. I think it would have been better for them to perhaps extend their front a little bit, but not too much. You can overdo it. If you overdo it, you become too isolated, and then you can get double or triple teamed. But too narrow, then you get prone to being flanked and surrounded. which is what we are setting up here. Blackjack has also taken my lead and moved his cav in quite a safe distance, but still around to the right in an encircling formation. And we've also got Barc's scythe chariots there as well. And JGP is following suit on the left flank. Looks like he's moving his urbans up to hurl Peeler, so let's watch the Peeler. Now, the British chosen swordsmen don't have Peeler. So they just have to sit there and cop it, or attack, which they do, which they have done here now. But JGP cleverly retreats back after exchanging the Piler, and then cav charges. That's a very smart move there. Managed to rout one of the chosen swordsmen. You can hear that's the chant of the druids. It's supposed to bestow a morale effect. Anyway, let's just pause. Actually, we'll continue on. It looks like there's going to be a cav charge in here. So Portishead sending in some cav. Legion sending in his urbans to try and support MadKing. See, I didn't see what this I was focusing on, obviously, my side when the actual battle was going on. Okay, alright, let's just pause and then go over to the right wing. Now, as you can see, I have moved my cav right around behind the enemy, and they're not too exposed because I've also swung around my infantry, as has Blackjack followed my suit. Blackjack Leaves a very experienced player, so he can see what I'm doing there and is supporting that flanking motion, which is what you need. Okay, so let's continue on. And Mystique, the enemy, keep on retreating back into they're going to end up in a ball there, really. By retreating back, I think they're really just, what's the word, playing into my tactic. Instead, I think it would have been better just to keep a straight front. Now they're outflanked. Look at that. It's a big ring. I've read a lot of the ancient primary sources of ancient battles, particularly Rome, Greece now, and disproportionate number of battles seems to, where there's been a victory, seems to have involved a encirclement or outflanking. Now Portishead, a bit now my troops here have glitched and Portishead has attacked me, so that's a bit of a etiquette error on his part. I did say that I was glitched, but it doesn't seem to have stopped. Maybe he was committed to the charge, as happened to me. But anyway, I'm getting support from Blackjack. He's managed to rout 2 of my units. the glitch does fix itself. Let's pause again. Let's have a look at over the other side of the battle, because I can see this Barc's chariots. Okay, looks like they were routed and they're reforming. Ah, look, they've gone into amok mode. So, not sure how effective they were. Okay, over here, not much happening. Okay. Now Portishead coming in for another charge into Lackjack's cav. Now my infantry's got itself together. Now look, and we've got MadKing has snuck around all the way around us. Now is attacking our right flank from behind. So let's see how that movement plays out. Now I've noticed that, and I've decided to send my cav directly into them. Chariots are tough, but they're not completely invulnerable. I've also sent my nearest urban units in to attack them, and we've also got Lackjack's urbans nearby as well. So let's see how this plays out. So there's a pilot getting hurled at them. Let's have a look at how my cav is going there. Let's see. So his chariots are distraught over the number of enemies. Shaken. 11 left. 36 left there, 34 left there. Distraught over the number of enemies. Distraught over the number of enemies because, well, there are some... Now my urbans there, it says they're frightened by chariots, so there's everyone's... Now that's interesting. Look, my cavalry unit is happy to be near a command unit, so there must be... there's my legionary first cohort is giving them a morale boost. So that may have been indispensable in my fending off these chariots. Let's check again how the morale's going. Pause.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
Now, I'm not sure which general is that. Maybe it is the Barc had his general in his cavalry. So distraught over the number of enemies. That one's routing. I'm now glad to see enemy routing. Spirits lifted by general's encouragement, so my general must be near here as well. So I must get a morale boost from routing enemy units. So we've basically got a chain rat there. We've managed to neutralise the threat of MadKing's chariots. Okay, let's continue on. Now I'm sending my urbans over here to engage with Mystique. Now she has put her urbans facing me, so that is going to be a help to her. I'm getting severely pilot here. Look, that unit is down to 11. Down to, look at that, see that drop. Well, that one, there's only one unit left there, one man. So she cleverly unloaded her pilots and then retreated back. But we've got Blackjack coming in to engage, and we've got Barc behind us with his pikes. Now I'm just walking my cavalry back to rest it. They would still only warmed up. Now I'm sending my infantry around to further this encirclement motion, but again Mystique withdraws. I think I've abandoned my grouping formation and I'm just lined up my urbans in a single line due to the fact I've several of my units have been routed. So I'm going to try and harass Mystique in a retreat with my cav. I like to be careful. I like to don't recklessly charge in my cav into urbans. I like to wait for a more opportune time. Hit the weak points of the enemy and cause a rout rather than...
This is no way for a Roman to behave! Shame will be his forever! Your general runs away!
Looks like JGP's general has been routed. So yeah, I'm not going to recklessly charge in my cavalry
fallen and caused his troops much heartache.
Into a large group of urbans. I can see. Okay. Well, and that cab charge might have been a bit reckless, but I did manage to rout some units, so. Now what I do, I click the shield, put them in defense mode when I'm in melee, but I often forget to take that off, so I think that
so the spirit of his army is broken
gives them a better defense bonus when they're in melee. Now I'm engaging in my infantry.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
Chosen swordsmen, which they immediately routed. Now this is not winter, so they're not getting the winter bonus. Aggressively charging in my infantry. It's a legion. When I am near my allies, so it's not a bad thing. Notice there's a unit of head hurlers. I send one unit of cav to hunt them down. There they go there, and the other units I'm just walking back to position for the next charge. Let's just pause, there's a lot going on here. So yes, I've been a bit too aggressive with my infantry. So that unit is wavering. Defeat seems certain. Defeat is a distinct possibility. Shaken. I mean, it's probably a good thing, to keep the pressure on the enemy. I know I've got my allies right there supporting me, so it's not such a bad thing. And I still have a good deal of my cav left. That unit is 37, 37, 17, 27. And that one's 30, so battle damage, but still a threat to the enemy. Let's continue on. Oh, Look at that, it was interesting. See, Barc's unit just routed because, see, he was kind of surrounded by enemy units, so, and no other allied unit near him, so I presume that's why that unit routed, even though it had 88 men in it. Now I've got the remnants of my archers here somewhere. There's 11 left and they're reloading. Now the other interesting thing about this battle is, I didn't notice at the time, but I think Mystique, there's an option where you can set unlimited ammunition. So I think she might have set that option, because those archers, I would have thought, would have used up all of their ammo by now. Now, let's have a look here. So we've got the enemy in this sort of bunched up here, and here's our side, kind of surrounding them. Barc's got quite a few silver shield legionaries left, and I've got one unit isolated there. Defeat seems certain, so I probably would have been better perhaps to keep my army closer, my infantry closer to my allies. But I've still got my cav now. Mystique kept on trying to chase after my cav, but of course in a race humans are not going to win against horses in a match of speed, competition of speed. Now we see, look at this legion over here. He's got a big group that he's preserved. 45, big group of archers. 72, almost untouched. And his cav. So I've got my eye on them. My cav is tired. There's my unit of cav trying to take out these archers. I probably would have been better putting that in more straight line formation. I think that's better for hunting down, taking out archers with. Let's have a look here. So Barc's moving up his legionaries. They're warmed up, so they're not. What's he going to do with them? Okay, there's my. And he's basically surrounding legions. Urbans. Or he's blocking them. Separating them from his support from Mystique. Oh, and over here I am. Okay, so Legion used his cav to defend his archers from my cav. So we've got a cav battle here. But unfortunately for him, he couldn't quite. He lost that cav engagement basically, so that freed up my cav to then take out his archers. Now they're trying to run away, and then Legion cleverly uses this unit as in a rear guard action. They have to self-sacrifice. To give his archers time to flee away from my cav. This tactic of a rearguard action was used a lot in, well, I know in Napoleonic times, for example. A unit of men would be sent to attack a pursuing army to give the main body of troops time to escape. But it wasn't. One unit of archers isn't going to be enough to block my cav.
The enemies show their true virtue. They are not soldiers.
And that was
only
enough for me to
rabbits
completely
running
rout
from our
all
men.
of those, all of Legion's archers. So let's pause it, see how we're going here. So we've still got a large number of Mystique's troops left, and some cav. So let's see. It's hard to see what's going on. So we've got, okay. So these Urbans, what they're holding up their shields, they're trying to go into Testudo. Let's have a look. Yeah. Let's have a look at the victory seems certain for that unit. Victory seems certain. Silver Shield Pikemen. And we've got Mystique being surrounded by Lackjack and Barc. So we've still got, what's that, 200 seconds, we've still got 3 minutes left, so let's see. Again, we've got Mystique still trying to chase after my cav. My micromanagement skills have gotten better, so I managed to get them away and take out these units of chosen swordsmen.
The enemies show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
This unit of Praetorian Cav of Mystique, exhausted, and so was Joe GP's. Obviously, this is towards the end of the battle. And look at that, Barc's pikes almost caught them. Not sure why she stopped them there. I mean, in the heat of battle, probably a slight mistake on Mystique's part there. She realises and moves them out of the way.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond
my
belief.
archers still firing in fire arrows, shooting in fire arrows. Yes, and this unit still got Pillar. So as I said, I think this game had infinite amount of unlimited ammunition. So Game's coming to the end now. It's my cav. I'm going to come in for a charge here. It's the rear of those urbans at Mystique. That's enough to rout them. Got Barcs, pikes. Okay. So Mystique's army's been completely surrounded now. There might be a few units somewhere. Can't see any other units.
Your victory could not have been in more doubt.
This is narrow. We've still got a fair few troops left, but I guess it's narrow. Okay, and there's the kills. Legion ending up getting the most kills on a losing side. So well done to Legion. But I got the most kills on my side. JGP was only about 70 behind. Let's have a look at my... Okay, we've got... So I'd say this is probably JGP's. So his cav did well. Here is, I believe this would be Blackjack's army. Here's the results for my army. Cav did pretty good. Archers did reasonably well too. Okay, well, that concludes this commentary of this battle fought on the 4th of May 2019. Please like, share, comment and subscribe.